I want to talk to a lovely person, a beautiful lady, a lovely, lovely story that I would love to help her out with because she's a super gal. Her name is Bridget and she joins me by phone. Bridget, good morning.
Good morning, Niall. How are you?
I'm well, and congratulations to you and to John.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful, beautiful story. You're getting married. When do you hope to be married if you can get the wedding dress sorted? When is it?
Okay, right. On Monday, we have to go into the registry office and pay our €200 for our cert. That's our cert then to get married. And then once we have that done, our date is the 27th of April.
Yeah.
The real date we wanted was on my birthday, I would have been 50 on the 26th of June. John wanted that as my birthday present to get married on that date, but it was booked out, so all we could take was April 27th. Very grateful for 27th anyway.
It's a beautiful story. I love every single part of it, and I believe we'll be able to help you out in a minute, right? But you guys have known each other for years and years. Is that right?
I've known John since I was 16. He was 4 years older than me.
And did you kind of knock around together up in Grawn, was it?
No, he was with a different crew, and I was with a few girls, and you'd be admiring the good-looking guys. And John was like 21 or 22, and he was handsome, dark, vest, and he had the best of girlfriends.
Did he have the best of girlfriends, so you never got a look in, is it?
Never got a look in. He wouldn't have looked my way.
Oh my God.
He looked my way.
So you kind of, you admired him at a distance then, did you?
At a distance. My crush.
And it went on for years and years. And then, of course, you didn't see each other for years. And when did you meet again then?
We met again. I was down in Bannistrand with my two children and my dogs. And the dog got very sick down in Bannistrand. Now, I love my dogs. I adore my dogs. And we didn't know what was wrong with the dog. The dog was vomiting and diarrhea. And my dad got on to John. John drove down to us and said it had parvovirus that kills the dog.
Right.
So he took the dog to the Sunbeam Vets and left him there, and she was there 4 days, but she died. I was broken-hearted.
Poor old Bailey passed away.
Dog. Yeah. She used to play with my hair, kiss me. Every night I'd come in from work, she'd jump up onto my hair and massage my head for me. She was so cute. It was so lovely.
So that's very sad about poor old Bailey. It's very sad. So, but when John came and took him to the vet, that was the first time you'd seen him in a long time, was it?
In a long time, yeah. He changed to moustache, and
did you still fancy him?
I was nervous. I did like him, but I didn't. I asked him, did he want a cup of tea? I gave him a packet of tobacco, because I had tobacco that I was after brought back from Spain, and I gave him a packet in case I thought he had nothing, but it turned out he has plenty.
So when did the little spark of a relationship begin? It
started then when my dog died, Bailey died, and I was heartbroken. And within 3 days, he brought up a new puppy to me.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
And then what happened next?
Then we were texting, and we I was very nervous of men are going out dating. I never drank, Neil, in my life, or I never went out clubbing, or I never experienced any of that in my life. I never had an 18th party, 21st, 30th, 40th. And John wanted to get married on my 50th to make that special. And
you never did any of those things?
No, never did any of those things. No 18th, 21st, 40th, 30th. And John was hoping we get the 50th for the wedding. So
you missed out on a lot in those regards, all of those milestones. Was it just that there wasn't a lot of money around, or what?
There wasn't a lot of friends or family. I've no family.
Oh.
My dad is just like, thankfully to you. You saved his life.
What?
A few years ago,
what?
Neil.
How did I do that?
My dad and Neil Flint went on your show, and my dad had a tumour growing out of his eye to his nose, and he wasn't getting anywhere down here. And when he went on your show, he was brought straight to Dublin, and the tumour was removed from his nose and his eye, and he was saved.
Isn't that lovely? I'm so happy to hear that again.
Yeah.
Well, will you give him my regards? Is he well now?
Of course. He is very well. He's up here up with us every day having dinner.
It's a long time since anybody said you saved my dad's life, so that's nice to hear on a Friday morning. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to you and to John. So, did you tell him then, as the relationship kind of blossomed and you were getting along very well, that you always fancied him, or have you kept that as a secret from him?
He said he always fancied me, and I always fancied him from a distance driving. He said he'd be parked across the road from my house, and if I got out of the car, he'd see me walking in my gate, and he'd say to the chap in the car that he'd be working with, I like whatever words they would say.
What would they say?
I don't know. I like a bit of that.
You do know, but you're just too cute and too shy and too mannerly to say it.
He said that I like a bit of that.
So, anyway, one thing led to the next. You fell madly in love, having admired each other from a distance for years and years. You set the date, and you decided it was time to start thinking about a wedding dress. What happened?
Bought the wedding dress beautifully. It really was beautiful, lace and satin. And I ordered size large, which should fit me perfectly.
Because you wrote to me, you don't mind me going back to the letter that you sent to me, John. Can I say your size?
14 to 16.
Okay, and you ordered it from China, is it?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
That was the nicest dress I could find.
Right. And are all of the dress shops and the wedding shops all closed now because of COVID?
All closed. Even where you can rent wedding dresses, we rang them all.
So you picked out the most beautiful wedding dress, and you sent off your money and you asked for the large size to China, and it arrived. Yeah. And what happened when it arrived?
It wouldn't go down over my bust. So,
how do you feel about that?
I was on the ground in a ball of tears. I was on the ground.
Were you?
I couldn't believe it.
You said in your letter to me that you cried for days.
Cried and cried. I was saying there'll never be a wedding for me. I'll never be a bride.
You're not the first person that got a dress from an online shop in China, and when it arrived, it was tiny. Like, I remember, we did this on air before. A woman got our dress from an online shop in China, and it arrived in a small cupcake box, a box that would take 4 cupcakes. Yeah. It was that tiny. So you're very careful with sizes coming from China.
Like, I brought a dressmaker shop out in Douglas. They're brilliant. See, could they do anything for me? And over it being lace, they can't.
So it can't be adjusted then?
No,
okay.
No.
So you said to me then in the letter, would any of your listeners have a wedding dress that I could borrow, size 14 to 16? Or buy, says you, yeah. Please make my dreams come true. I would be forever grateful. Well, I suppose if I saved your dad's life, it would be very easy to get your wedding dress by comparison.
But you did, Neil, really.
All right, well...
He wouldn't have got the operation.
Oh, sure, it's great. I'm glad to be part of it, and I'm delighted for him. So, where are we at now? You didn't send it back or anything? Can you get a refund? What kind of money was that Chinese wedding dress?
The dress, was so ridiculous cheap.
Was it?
It was so ridiculous cheap. Do you want to really know the price?
I do. I'm very nosy.
It was €50, including postage and package.
Bridget, you must be very naive. What did you expect to get for €50?
But it was beautiful. Neil, if I could send you a picture, it was beautiful.
All right. Well, feel free to send me a photograph, because you think for somebody else who it would fit, it would have been a beautiful €50 wedding dress, would it?
It was really made for me.
Except it wasn't.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I've got an hour, right, to see if we can beg, borrow, steal, or buy a wedding dress for Bridget. Tuesday, the 27th of April is the date of the wedding. And of course, the clock is against me. But never mind buying it. Like if somebody so is it a size 16 or a 14? Let's be very accurate about it.
16.
Does it matter about your height or anything? Forgive me. I'm
5'2".
Okay. All right. Cute little thing. Right. All right. Okay. So we're looking for a size 14, size 16 wedding dress to borrow or to buy or whatever. And you're 5'2". I assume that you can amend the hem. Can you shorten it? Forgive me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of texts coming in on this, aren't I? People offering wedding dresses and stuff like that. Claire Dilworth has Cinderella's closet at the North Point Business Park. This is what she does. Claire, good morning.
Good morning, Neil. Good morning, Bridget.
Good to talk to you.
Good morning.
Now,
you too.
You heard my conversation with Bridget. I'm sure you heard me read the lovely letter that she had sent me out. Can you help her, please?
What a beautiful story, Bridget. And I would be absolutely delighted to help you. I have a shop full of dresses. You have so much to choose from. And they are incredible quality, amazing dresses. Nobody should be without a dress at the moment. I have a dress for everyone. And I just want you to know that I would be absolutely delighted to gift it to you, Bridget. And we can do this. I've ways of doing it now that we're closed, but we're still open, as in online. And I would be absolutely delighted to help you, Bridget, and get to know you and help you with your dress.
Would you really?
Of course. Your story is beautiful. It's lovely to hear such a lovely story at the moment with everything else going on. And this is what I do. This is what I'd love. And I'd love to do this with you, Bridget.
Thank you ever so much. You really, really appreciate this.
It's a beautiful story.
I thought I'd never get married.
There's a lot of things you missed out on, but you're not going to miss out on your wedding.
No,
yeah, just want to be a beautiful bride.
Oh, wow, Bridget, I'm just so excited to do this with you, and you will be delighted with your dress.
But hold on, Claire, are you saying that you want to give her a brand new wedding dress to keep?
I can't do that at the moment, right, because I can't order in any dresses.
Yes.
But I have lots of dresses that I've been getting in through lockdown.
Yes.
For when we do reopen, there is going to be a high demand for dresses.
Yeah.
And so what I can do is I have sample dresses.
Yeah.
So many in store, and they're perfect. They've just been tried on, but they've never been worn.
Oh, so fantastic!
Yeah, so they've never been worn, but I have so many, and we're doing them online at the moment. So anybody getting married between now and the summer needn't be without a dress because we're.
So you're saying to me that Anne can actually look at more than one?
Of course. This is Cinderella's closet. We have so many to choose from.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah,
brilliant.
So,
isn't it, Bridget?
Fantastic, really. I'm over the moon now. I am.
I can't do anything about the makeup or the hair. You understand that? Sorry about that.
No, I find something.
I'm sure you'll do it. You've been doing it all your life yourself. You do a beautiful job of it.
I never got it done professionally though in my life.
You never got a hairdo?
No, or makeup done professionally.
Were you ever at a wedding in your life?
I do my own hair. I cut my own hair.
Were you ever at a wedding or a function like that?
Never at a wedding. Never was a bridesmaid. Never, no.
It's going to be such a special day.
I saw lots of weddings. I saw lots of beautiful weddings.
Well, this is going to be your beautiful wedding, yeah? So you're going to be just like all of the other beautiful brides that you've seen over the years, and you don't have to worry about that Chinese dress anymore. What's the story with the Chinese ones, Claire?
So we hear it all the time, Neil, and people coming in a few weeks before their wedding, because what happens with these Chinese dresses is the designers' images are used. So these beautiful images are used, and then there are copies, badly made copies, sent out to the girls. It's so disappointing. They don't fit. They're not fit for purpose. But they're using designer images and they're copying the dresses, and they're terrible. Terrible what's coming in. And don't feel bad, Bridget, because a lot of people do get caught like that. So it happens. So many people. You're not alone. And you could see why it would be so tempting. My goodness, I can. But you just don't get what you're believe you're buying. Well, don't feel bad about it, because it happens a lot of people.
Well, listen, Claire, you have saved the day at Cinderella's Closet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you getting involved, and to everybody else that offered as well, all those wonderful people. Thank you so much. Bridget, you must feel very relieved that that's sorted now.
Oh, I am. There's a weight of my anxiety is gone now. It's gone.
So,
Bridget, this will be exciting. We'll work on this together.
All right. I'll allow you guys to team up and do what you need to do. Thank you, Claire. All right. Thank you, Claire Dilworth from Cinderella's Closet. That's not the first time she's come to our aid, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Wonderful people.